That's cool stuff. Well, hey, they've got the two-time reigning Defensive Player of the Year. They've got a rising superstar guard, and they went out and brought in a ton of talent this offseason. Could this be a special year for Utah Jazz basketball? The anticipation and hype following the Jazz into this season is bubbling over. National publications are even taking notice. ESPN's power rankings that came out this last week have the Jazz 7th in the NBA, 5th in the West. USA Today says the Jazz are the 3rd best team in the West. The Jazz newcomers know why they're here. They know the pieces are there to compete for a title.
Obviously, our ultimate goal is to win a championship. I think that's ultimately, but we're not fooling ourselves like we've been there and done that. You know, we're going to come in and work every day and try to maximize each day.
We have it all on paper. We just have to translate that on the court.
I think that every other player that signed with the Jazz this summer bring playoff experience. So I think that for this group of guys, it's gonna be huge.
The key to a Jazz championship starts in the backcourt, and Donovan Mitchell has a new sidekick. Mike Conley coming to the Jazz with 12 seasons of NBA experience. The most recent, he averaged a career-high 21 points per game to go with 6+ assists per game. Donovan told us that even after just a few practices, the two are working very well together.
I'm loving it. You know, Mike's a guy who, like I said, I try and learn as much as I can from. But, you know, I think we're gelling a lot faster than, you know, I think I anticipated. You know, I think just understanding his knowledge of the game, you know, so the kind of things we go over, obviously the names are different, but the schemes are the same. And the way he kind of gives me feedback on certain things, how to slow myself down, how to find guys, you know, even on the defensive end, it's just been going well.
Well, there's a big void left behind from the departure of Derek Favors, but that's where Ed Davis comes in. The Jazz knew they needed a complimentary big man to come in for Rudy Gobert as well as play alongside him in certain situations. Rudy and the Jazz are ready to rely on Davis at the defensive end of the floor.
I think it's just going to be even more weight on my shoulders. You know, I mean, obviously Derek was a great defender. Ed is going to be, I think, it's going to be great for us, and it's on me it's on us really, the bigs, to, you know, be there and be the anchor of our defense.
I'll give it all I got. You know, I'm not the most skilled player, but, you know, I say I'm one of the, you know, toughest players in the league, so, you know, you'll get that every night.
On Saturday night, Jeff Green made his Jazz debut in their preseason win over the Adelaide 36ers from Australia, scoring 16 points on 6 of 8 shooting. He also led the team with 2 steals. Green recognizes that he's just one of several potential scorers on this team, but what they can do on the defense is something that has him pretty excited.
Defensively, we can be something special. We just got to continue to communicate, continue to get better, not get content. And offensively, we have scores on this team. We have numerous guys who can put numbers on the board, but defensively, I think is where we're going to be very, very special.
Bojan Bogdanovic is a playmaker and a shot taker. He shot 42.5% from the three-point line last year while averaging 18 points per game. He joins Joe Ingles, a career 40% three-point shooter, as the 2 Deadeyes on this team. So the duo, well, they've got to have a nickname, right?
This question's for both of you guys, plural, more than one. So, you know, in basketball they have duos, you know, shooting duos. You have the Splash Brothers. Mike, I'll ask you first. What do we call Bojan and Joe?
Oh my gosh.
What do we call that? What do we call the duo there?
Like a nickname?
Yeah,
like the Bo Joe show?
You've been thinking about that.
I just thought of it.
There's no way you just thought about
I
that.
swear.
Thank you.
Quick.
Oh, Joe, I need one from you too, please.
That one's great.
Thank you.
Thanks, Donovan.